So one of the things we can all do to help make our green spaces safer and cleaner is to join a litter picking group or do some litter picking yourself. I wouldn't want to be wrestling with that if I was a bird or a creature, so we'll take that out. Billions of us on the planet, and we're using a lot of food packaging. There's that sense, that urge to clear it up, and following that and doing that safely. And I don't think there's really anyone that likes to see junk and trash in nature. So let's take a look at how we can reduce things like broken glass left in the environment for wildlife and for people using parks and green spaces. So even in a really well-maintained park like this, go off the beaten track, you'll nearly always find stuff. So this is just one little area. With glass, it's a question of danger if it's near a place where pets and people are walking. What happens when you come across something like this, especially where there's an area that you think children are playing? And it could be very severe to tread on something like that, require a trip to A&E. So bagging that up makes all the difference. And when you pick up one bottle that's still intact, it helps prevent this happening, which takes a lot longer to clear up. Shards of glass going into the ground. And when you're cleaning in the undergrowth, just watch out for twigs and branches. Don't risk harming your eyes. And where there's one, there's often more. And as you're clearing in one area, you'll be amazed at what suddenly becomes visible as you focus on the task at hand. And if you know that an area has a lot of glass bottles, then using a bucket or something like that is far better than a litter bag and hoop. Just maintaining those areas, even the small areas, is really significant, because you never know when you need to go and just sit on some grass and take a phone call in a space you feel safe and grounded. In fact, glass left out in the sun can be a serious fire hazard. Glass can magnify the sunlight. Best thing is to get it out, stick it in a bin. But remember, whenever you're clearing near any long grass or out in the wild generally, double check for ticks at the end of the day. And then when you're done, it's great to find something like this to put it all into. And of course, if you're going to remove bottles and glass from nature, make sure you're doing it very, very safely, that you can get cleaned up afterwards, and then just make that decision to stop and not pick up anymore, because it gets quite obsessive after a while. It's another great reason to have modern conveniences in our local parks. And wipe down your phone too when you've come in from litter picking. Volunteering to do things like litter picks is actually incredibly good for your health and well-being, particularly when it's done with, should we say, joy in your heart. It's a social activity benefiting your immune system, lowering blood pressure and reducing stress. So yeah, not only is it good for the environment, wildlife and people around you, but it's also fantastic for you. So yeah, keep up the great work.